Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's, well, I don't know if everybody was on spring break, but I know that Winston was on spring break. So I hope, um, Asia, I hope your spring break was good. And everyone else, I hope that from the last time that we met, I hope everyone is doing well, and all things are good with you as well as your university. And I will call this meeting to order at 5:18. There's not too much that we have to do today, so I will definitely not keep you all, especially given the fact that we did start late. So we can start with our roll call. Kelly, whenever you're ready.
Might help if I weren't on mute. Summer Brown, Winston-Salem State.
Here.
Nathan Wong for Psych Tech. Kelly Jo Morrison, Salem College, here. Sib Subramanian, Wake Forest. Asia Melton, Winston-Salem State.
Here.
Osir Black for Psych Tech.
Here.
Joseph Cox, Winston-Salem State. Justice Purnell, Winston-Salem State. Rohit Lila Ram, UNC School of the Arts. And Kaylee Kimmerer, UNC School of the Arts. Okay, that's everyone.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. So then we are going to jump right in. We are going to save our approval of minutes to the end of the meeting, given that we do have at least one more person join so that we can vote. So we will just jump right into our general business and go into committee discussion reports. Everybody was supposed to meet with their committee during our brief break. So we can start with our government relations.
We and Kelly met 2 days ago, actually, on Monday. She actually filled me in, so she sent me an email and she actually filled me in on some things that I missed from from the last meeting, due to the fact that I wasn't there. And we just discussed the next step for us, what we would be doing, I guess, for like the presentation wise for the housing and the food thing for students. We just discussed like the next steps, what we would be doing. We we had a chance to look over the memo thing, the memo that was sent by Mr. Christopher a couple weeks ago, and we liked it. We didn't feel like there was anything that needed to be changed. We felt like it was very inclusive of college students, and really and really said, if there was an issue, you can go through the process of appealing it. Just making sure there was everyone was allowed to be included, even though there was a criteria you had to meet, if you felt like you met that and you wasn't, allowed to be approved for the housing, being able to appeal it if needed. So we did feel like that was included and wrote very well in the memo. So we that we did have time to look over that. And so from there, we just talked about our next step as a committee, what we need to do for the presentation, and just ended from there.
Wonderful, thank you. Kelly, did you have anything to add?
Yes, we also talked about the fact that we have to choose a date for the next city council meeting to attend, which would also coincide with our end of year meeting. And we would do our presentation at that point to the city, to the city council. So we need to look at dates in April and determine which date we are going to attend a city council meeting. And that would be the entire college advisory board that should attend that meeting.
Right. Okay. Wonderful.
So it might be something we want to discuss as a group today about which, I think it's Mondays, Wanda, if I'm correct, is it 6 or 7 p.m.?
Well, Kelly, this would be for the Community Development, Housing, and General Government Committee that is chaired by Mayor Pro Tem Denise Adams. And so that is where you would most likely present, unless they would like for you to present to the full council, which, yes, is on Mondays. But this particular meeting is not. It is on a Tuesday, and it is in the afternoon, like 4:30. So we need to just get clarity on that, but I would plan for that until we're told differently.
So last year we did a report to the full city council.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll just get clarity on that, and then, but I'd say in the meantime, just plan on doing it at the committee level, unless and until we're asked to do otherwise. Because if they would like for you to present at the full council meeting, then certainly we would make you aware of that, so you would know and be prepared.
Okay. That sounds good. Was there a date for that meeting? Or was it just, we know it's gonna be on a Tuesday at 4:30?
Chris may have that information.
Yes.
I know that is something that we had discussed.
Yes, thanks, Wanda. It's on the agenda, item D of general business. These are the next available government meetings, and it's the deadline in order to get on the agenda for those meetings. So it's April 10th and May the 8th. And the deadlines are right beside there. For April, it's going to be March the 29th. And for May, it's going to be April the 26th. So those are the dates that are on the scheduled meeting, section D of general business agenda.
Okay. No problem. So we can definitely revisit once we move on down our agenda. Government Relations Committee, thank you all both for your reports, very good reports. I will go next for the Community Relations Committee. Our chair is Joseph Cox, but he's not here right now. So the biggest thing that we need to do is simply just get in contact with, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, my mind went blank. We simply just need to get in contact with the people here at Winston. We were just unsuccessful in doing that. I think, Joseph had told me that he had reached out and he wasn't able to hear anything from anyone. I definitely will be reconnecting with the food pantry here on campus to see what connections can be made there regarding the farmers market and the connection with them. But other than that, that was pretty much the most of all that we spoke about. So we will definitely move forward. I'm definitely going to try again to reach out to someone this week about that, building that relationship between us and the farmers market here in Winston-Salem.
And Summer, thank you for that. But I do believe that Chris may have something to add to that. He did share with you all the information pertaining to the farmers market, the city's farmers market. And so, Chris, did you want to remind everyone about that and the fact that that has already been taken care of, at least from our end?
Oh, yes, thanks, Wanda. It was included as a memo that, has already been cleared on our end, and the farmers market bucks, as it was called, is already a thing. I didn't know what was happening on your end that you needed to do, so I was fairly new to that, understanding what was left on your side. Now, I did add to your minutes where Richard Davis, the Director of External Affairs, did say at the last meeting that he was going to work his internal network and channels to see if he could assist you. And I was hoping that you and him, Summer, may have connected between then and now. But I'm hearing that you guys were on spring breaks. But I'm saying is, he is sort of like your inside person who should have access to specifically the people you need to talk to get things done as far as moving this forward.
Okay, yes. All right, yes. We were on spring break, so that definitely had left my mind in regards to who specifically to speak to. I can actually send an email now after we conclude our meeting to him to definitely find out that further information, because the people who I was speaking to, based on the information you just told me, it was kind of irrelevant for me to be speaking to them because it seems like it's simply not their department and or something that they're working with right now. So I will reach out to him and see about what else that I can do or we can do in regards to making this come more to fruition. So that's all I had for the community relations. And next would be our public relations committee, which is, well, Nathan is not here. AJ, if I'm not mistaken, are you public relations as well?
Yes, I'm public relations as well.
Okay, did you have anything to report out?
No, the only thing that we really have to, we've been discussing within our group is me, Nathan, and Justice. We're basically trying to find the best articles that we can submit for our next newsletter, like best topics, all three of us to submit. I had a topic, but I think mine is kind of changing right now because I was going to do NAACP week at our school, but I'm not sure if that's happening. I can't remember Nathan's topic, and I don't think Justice had fully found her topic that she was comfortable in writing with. But yeah, so we're just basically finding the best topics for us to write articles on for the next newsletter.
Okay, no problem. And if you don't mind, if you're able to turn on your camera, that would be great.
Sure.
You can also add, Asia, that I'm working on an article as well.
Okay, what's the name or the topic of the article you're working on?
I don't have a topic yet. There are a couple of things that are happening on campus that I'm pretty sure they're going to want to include one of those. But I have reached out to our folks here to get approval to use one of those topics. And I'll get it to you as quick as I can.
All right, thank you.
And I will definitely be submitting my my article, just a message from the chair type thing. I'm gonna try to get that to you all by the end of the week. Well, AJ, was that everything that you had to report for public relations?
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay, wonderful. So next, is this correct? Ooh. I'm sorry, you all. I had lost the agenda. Computer is doing its own thing. While I'm pulling this up for oh no, I have it now. Okay. So next on the agenda is the NLC Community of Practice on addressing the basic needs of post-secondary students updates.
Yes, I wanted to just mention this to you all. Again, it's kind of a review for you. But at this point in time, really excited that you all have wrapped up that grant for the most part. As we mentioned earlier, and major kudos to you for that. And as we mentioned earlier, we do have the letter from the city's farmers market that basically says that they agree to accept the RAM card from Winston-Salem State University so that students who may not otherwise have access to affordable and healthy food choices can have that through the city's farmers market. So that's a really good thing. And then in terms of the housing side of the grant, that side, just to remind everyone, was to focus on ways in which local housing options could be made available and affordable to college students, particularly traditionally marginalized college students who need or wish to reside off campus. And so one of the things that we had going on here at City Hall was something new. It was a new ordinance or law that was called the Housing Justice Act. And so we were really happy to have our city attorney's office to opine, or in other words, to basically issue an opinion letter stating that our Housing Justice Act could be and will be interpreted to apply to student housing. And so under this act, there are specific provisions in place that require developers who are financed through the city to set aside affordable housing units in a nutshell. And so that would include students. And also there are other provisions in the act that say that socioeconomic status and criminal history should not be used as barriers to access to affordable housing. And so those will also apply to students as well, those two provisions. And so that is definitely a policy. It's not a policy change, but it is a clear interpretation of this ordinance so that it's made crystal clear that the city is taking affirmative steps to help students to access affordable housing. So that is something that moving forward as needed, I guess, if there are any universities that are here in Winston-Salem who would like to partner deeper with that provision of the Housing Justice Act, perhaps that door is now open to do so. So just wanted to mention that. So those are two major things that are the result of the College Advisory Board and the work that the College Advisory Board has done over the past couple of years. And so you all are the group to wrap that up. And so major kudos. The last piece that needs to be done now is we need volunteers from CAB to basically write a brief summary of some statistics that a professor from UNC Chapel Hill sent to us as a result of CAB's survey of college students. So a little over a year ago, maybe closer to 2 years ago now, there was a survey that was disseminated on the campus of Winston-Salem State and on the campus of Wake Forest University. And what the survey was about was asking students about perceptions and realities with respect to housing and hunger amongst college students. So what were some of the challenges, or what are some of the barriers and all of that? So all of the data was gathered by this professor, and she looked it over and she basically gave us what she found, what the results indicated, survey results. So now we just need to kind of summarize that in a narrative format so that we can have that to turn into the National League of Cities, along with the opinion letter from the city attorney's office, and then the letter from the city farmers market, just so we can say, hey, we met these objectives. Here are the letters. Here's the information from the survey, and then we can move on. So do we have any volunteers? Because we do have the information readily available. It would just be a matter of sharing it.
I can definitely volunteer for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Osir. Thank you. Can anyone help him out on that?
I'll help him.
Thank you, Asia. Awesome. Thank y'all both so much. And so the two of you, we will get that information to you, and we will need to have it before the end of April. So you have a little over a month to get that back. But again, it doesn't have to be anything deep and detailed, but we just need to succinctly summarize and capture what it is that the professor said the survey results mean. And then we'll tie it in with those two letters that I mentioned. So that was pretty much your update for that item, Madam Chair. Chris, did I miss anything? Oh, Chris, you're on mute.
no one, I said you didn't miss anything. I was glad you were able to put that in context so I didn't know how those pieces fit together with the grant from NLC. And I was just wondering, I have that document. Do you want me to send that to these two outstanding scholars who are going to put together that masterpiece?
Yes, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Okay, I'll get it to you guys probably before the meeting is over.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And Osir and Asia, thank you both for volunteering. So we are moving on to our annual CAB report presentation.
Okay. And of course, this is your annual report to the City Council. And again, it may be that it ends up being presented to the Community Development, Housing, General Government Committee, or it could be presented to full council. It's one of those situations, again, where we'll see what we're asked to do, what the preferences of council. We just need 2 volunteers to present the annual report. And of course, just to remind you, we will provide you with an update of your annual report. And so you all will be required just to familiarize yourselves with it and to help with the report as needed. But most likely you won't have to do a whole lot to it because Mr. Martin has taken it on to be able to help you all with that. So he's taken a lot of the heavy lifting off of you. And so we just need you all to present the information in the report. And quite honestly, most of it is going to center around the NLC grant for this year. And so we just need 2 people who would be comfortable enough to talk about that and what the grant was all about and what the letters are about and the survey results and so forth. And that would be pretty much what this year's annual report would focus on. And then any other things that CAB was involved in. If any of you went to International Village, if you did the March for Homeless Children, or anything else this year, if you attended any of the other programming and things like that that the city may have put on, you can talk about that as well. So we just need 2 volunteers, Madam Chair.
I don't mind doing it. I'm okay with that.
Awesome. So we need someone to do it with you as a co-presenter.
I will co-present with her.
Thank you. Asia, you are on point today, aren't you? Thank you. Thank you so much. And so Summer and Asia, Mr. Martin will work with you. He'll get the report to you so that you can see it well in advance. And again, we'll make sure that we know exactly when that date will be and which body you'll be presenting to, whether it will be full council or whether it will be the committee of the council.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thanks to you both.
No problem.
Hey, Wanda, can I interrupt 1 second? Asia, you and Osir, make sure you respond to my email to say you got the package that I just promised you that I just sent. I want to make sure before the meeting is over that you got it. If you can check
Okay, I will do so.
Okay, just do it tonight. You don't have to do it, but you can just let me know.
Okay. So
Thank you.
now, no problem. Now we are moving on to scheduling a meeting. This is for us to, if I'm not mistaken, appear at a council meeting, and if we would like to be on the agenda, as Mr. Martin stated earlier in the meeting, the deadline to submit ourselves to be on the agenda is next to the dates on the agenda, so April 10th or May 8th. Now, I do have a question. Is this for us to present our annual CAP report?
Well, Summer, you were in my head on that one, because if it ends up being that the mayor and the city council want you all to present to full council, which if you all would prefer to do that, I can certainly make that request too ahead of time, then it could be one and the same, where you all just pick that date to attend as a group, and also you could present your annual report. but I wanted to be mindful of people who may be graduating and things like that. So I didn't know how late y'all wanted to go, if you wanted to do May or April. So that's up to you.
I'm okay with either. I'm okay with either date, actually. Actually, let me not say either date because that is actually finals week. May 8th is finals week here at Winston. So I don't want to say that I can attend and I can't due to a final. So I think the April date would be better for me.
And our graduation is May the 6th, so I would not be able to attend after that.
Okay. So it does look like April probably, huh? I figured it might be a better time for you all. I figured as much. So we need to look at April and request, do you all, would you, well, that means, we'll have to see again if they will want you all to present to the full council. Is that your preference? Would you prefer to present to full council or does it matter?
I'm okay with full council. As long as it's relevant to both groups. I don't think it is too important about who hears it, as long as the right people hear it. So either or is fine.
Okay. Okay, well, we will circle back then and we'll let them know that the preference is April, and we'll ask whether it should be a full council presentation or the committee presentation. How's that?
That works. I think that's
okay. Good. Okay. And you all still want that to be a one in the same meeting, right? Where everybody attends and you go ahead and do your full report, your report. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I won't be at the April meeting. I will be out of town that day. So I won't be at that one. I know Summer and Asia are presenting, but I know it's probably possible you wanted, the other CAB members to go, but I won't be at the April 10th meeting.
Okay, great. That's good to know. Thank you, Osir. And how many people are graduating? How many of you are graduating in May? Oh my goodness. We got 3 seniors. Okay.
And Joseph and Justice
Joseph,
are
yeah.
in May.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, good to know. And for anyone who's not graduating, we really hope that you'll return in the fall to serve on CAB another year. But I know that's a whole different conversation. But okay, seniors, thank you. I understand why you definitely want to have it sooner rather than later.
And Wanda, just so
Thanks.
you know, I'm trying to work with folks here to make sure that we have representatives selected prior to me leaving this year, so that somebody's
Great.
ready to step in the fall. At least I'm trying to do that.
Thank you, Kelly. And Osir and Asia, if you all could do the same, if you know of people who would be good on the college advisory board, please go ahead and pass the baton, and then let us know who it is that you have in mind and whether they agree. And that way we can go ahead and kind of prep them a little bit earlier. And you can too. You can kind of let them know what you know about CAB, so that when we go into the new year, it won't be completely foreign to them. That would be so helpful.
I too will definitely speak with others to see if anybody here in Winston would be interested in filling these vacant spots.
Thank you.
Absolutely, for sure. So we are approaching the end of our meeting. Last is just staff reminders and information. Firstly is our spring newsletter. Asia, if you can just let us know when you all would like to be finished with the newsletter, if you all have a deadline at all for when you all would like articles and stuff to be sent in, that would be great.
Well, I want to, before I make a deadline, I want to speak with Nathan and Justice, and Nathan, especially being that he is the chair of our group. So I want to kind of wait for them before I do that. But I can reach out to them after this meeting, being that both of them aren't there, and kind of schedule another meeting so within our group so we can meet and talk about that, so I can get back and let you know.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. Yeah, you could just email it to everyone, or you could ask if Nathan can email the deadline to everyone. That would be great, just so that we can have the information, because I know that Kelly and I both want to submit something for the newsletter. But we do want to make sure that we're getting it in a timely manner so that we aren't interrupting you all's process. And secondly, for staff reminders and information, the Human Relations Commission, the statewide meeting.
Yes. This statewide meeting, we definitely welcome you all to come to this meeting. What we're going to be doing is talking about the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion, what it's all about, and so forth, what it looks like, particularly in government, and then also language access, because language access is also a very important part of serving the community, so that everyone, no matter what their original or first language is, can still access services and programs equally. And so we encourage you all, if you would like to attend, there is an RSVP required because of seating limitations. So let us know. But it's on March the 28th, which is Tuesday, and it will be from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. So you don't have to come for the whole thing or anything. If you just have some time and you'd like to stop by, that would be great. And it's right there at Salem Lake. And so it's not too terribly far from most campuses. And so we do strongly encourage you to come, and we'd love to have you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
April is Diversity Awareness Month. I did see the list of events that was attached to the email. But if anyone would like to speak more on that.
No, Chris, you got something?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to speak specifically on it. I was just going to encourage everybody during this month to pick something out that you never tried before. It could be music, it could be food, it could be just celebrating the culture, or it could be some kind of fun activity. I mean, the reason why we sent it out was because it's better when you have a buffet to choose from instead of a limited menu. So we just wanted to make sure that we could, same thing for our own staff. We just need more options because times or locations are more convenient for people. And so the more choices you have, the more likely you are to participate. So that's part of all of us growing in our cultural awareness. And so we need to celebrate everybody.
That sounds really good. I know that Asia and I will definitely try to go to something. We love to do different stuff around Winston. So if there is nothing else, well, I'll open the floor to anyone if there is anything else. If anyone wants to give any updates on anything that is going on at their universities or anything like that. Anyone? I know that Winston is having an event tonight with Erica Alexander from, oh my gosh, from Living Single. She's here speaking on, I don't know exactly what the topic is, but I know that she's been on kind of like an HBCU tour in North Carolina for the last maybe like 2-3 days. And now she's making her way to Winston-Salem tonight. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go given the fact that one of my organizations is having a meeting tonight. But if it's still going on, I would definitely love to stop by. I really like Erica Alexander. So we are having that going on today. But if there is nothing else from anyone else, then I will adjourn this meeting. Oh, go ahead, Kelly.
I couldn't get you off mute fast enough. We do have our Health Leadership Forum on Friday, April the 14th. We have 2 keynote speakers that will be here that I will give you their names in just a second. One is, hang on one second, wrong email. I thought I had the right one pulled up. I apologize. Oh, come on. Anyway, she was the first African-American woman to be the president of the American Medical Association, will be our opening speaker. So we're really looking forward to that. This is our second annual. It started last year. So I will attach the correct information on the meeting minutes so you all will know that that's available.
I got a question, Summer. Is this the last official meeting, or do you need to schedule one for April?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that we need to, well, I think that it would be good if we did schedule one for something before the before our CAB report presentation, just so everyone can hear what's going to be said, so that everybody kind of knows what's going on. But we also don't know when that meeting is.
Typically, March has been our last meeting.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Yeah.
Typically, yeah. Okay. At least the last 2 years that I've been involved.
Okay.
Well, oh my goodness, if I would have known this is gonna be like our final meeting,
Well, you know what, Summer, as chair, you can certainly say that you would like to reconvene one more time, and you can do so in April, like you said, before the actual presentation or whatever. If for nothing else, just to kind of close things out more formally and hopefully have a quorum. So you can certainly do that. There's nothing that says you can't. And really, you all are supposed to meet through April. But like Kelly said, the last couple of years, you've been ending in March, but you can certainly do an April meeting.
Okay. Well, yes, I would definitely love to have like a formal last meeting. And also just so that we can all connect and just have an idea of what's going to be said at the last meeting, so that it's, no surprises or anything like that. Because we don't know when the city council meeting would be, if you all don't mind, if when we get that date, if then we can schedule the meeting before that, I think that would be the best way to go about it. It doesn't have to be, it probably won't be too long. It'll really just be a matter of, probably just Asia and I relaying the information as to what's going to be said and kind of what to expect from us.
And actually, Summer, we can give you, like, if you just want to know like when the meetings will be, we know the council meets on the first and third Monday of each month. Now we do know that. Okay. And so if it's a full council meeting, then on the third Monday, that's when they have the non-zoning meeting. Because usually, like on the first Mondays, that's when they talk about zoning cases and things like that. But the third Monday in April is what you'd be looking at for a full council meeting.
Okay. I have a calendar next to me conveniently, and the third Monday would be April 17th. So we
that third Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
April 17th, that would be the full council meeting. So if we are going for the full council meeting, I honestly think a full council meeting would be the best. So if we are going for April 17th, I think that we could meet, what's today, Wednesday? We could just meet the Wednesday before on the 12th.
Okay. So, and by the way, the time is 6 o'clock for this full.
We lost you, Wanda.
It will be difficult for me to meet in April because my finals are earlier than yours.
Okay. If you're not
also in City Hall,
I think I think it's okay if we're not able to make it. I think more so the full council meeting would be more important. This meeting is simply just so that, everybody is just on the same page for the council meeting so that everybody just knows what's going on. A lot of experience in council meetings, Kelly, so I'm not too worried about, about it. So if you are able to make the meeting on the 12th, that's fine.
Thank you, Summer. Well, like I said, if anything changes, we'll let you know, but we'll plan on the full meeting. And if for some reason they have a full agenda or, different things could come up that would make that a challenge, then I'll let you know, because then the other plan would be to go to the committee.
Okay, that's no problem.
Okay.
So for now, I would say that our tentative date for our next and final meeting would be Wednesday, April 12th at 5.
Okay.
And that is until we hear anything different.
And I can tell you, I definitely can't be here that day because it's our college Achievement of Excellence Awards Day, and we have a full day planned for that. So
okay, no problem. I guess I will be doing roll call that day. So yes, that will be our tentative date unless we hear otherwise. Okay, well, is there anything else from anyone before we adjourn this meeting? Anyone? No? Okay, so I will adjourn this meeting at 5:59 p.m. And you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all April 12th.
Thank you, Summer.
Thanks, Summer. Good luck
Bye.
on you guys on those 5.